Hey, welcome back to our channel. I'm Jared from 3C's Recreation, and today we're riding the new CForce 500 versus last year's model. Let's have a look. Turn radius, ATV number 1. Oh, that's really tight. That's pretty hard to see. That's really good. That was really good for this 500. I don't know if that's gonna be able to beat it, so I'll pull this out of the way and we'll try the next one. All right, now we're gonna do the turning radius of the new 500. We just did the older style 500. You can see the marks in the millions here, so let's give it a shot. I'm gonna say that's really similar. This one just turned sharper right away. I think this has a little bit tighter turning radius because the older model, we were way out there for a hot minute, but this one we were on the inside. I know we drug this way a little bit further, but I think it's a little bit tighter on this, and you can see how turning the bars are on this thing. So I'm gonna say this one turned sharper for sure. All right, we're gonna give these things, we're in high range, and we're just gonna shoot on the driveway. It's a couple 100 yards. We'll give it a shot. So we hit 34 miles an hour by the first cone. I see the cones up there, so I'm gonna park this and we'll try the other 500. So now we're on the older 500 and we'll give this the same speed run. This one caught traction faster. I felt it accelerate harder, which gave us that extra. So that one did like 33, 34 by the cone. This one was doing 36 by the cone, but I could feel like the first 15, 20 feet, it took off a lot better. So, gosh, I don't know. I like those new tires, the way they look, but these things really hooked up. I know we're on millions. This isn't like muddy terrain or even grass, but these tires hook up really good. Really impressed. So we just had a chance to ride these new four-wheelers side by side. We're lucky we got a beautiful piece of property here at the shop that lets us have some trails in the back. I am blown away with the comfort difference on this model. When a customer is going to come in and they're going to sit on this, the seat difference just in the seat and the way the shifter's out of the way and the handlebar feel, it's immediately a better four-wheeler. And a lot of our riding, right, is all about the feel. Handlebars, your butt, the comfort. I would say the brakes are about even on both models. I bet they're the same part numbers. So brakes felt identical. Was a little bit different. I'm used to grabbing for the other brake because we have sold other brands in the past that did that. So to me, the brake wasn't a big deal. I can adapt pretty quick. The throttle response on both, we drove them up the driveway. That one was actually 2 mile an hour faster at the cones. I think that one just accelerated better right off the get-go. maybe it's those tires. I felt like that the first 15 feet really took off, which was really cool. So I think power-wise, they're the same engine, same fuel injection. It was just a tire difference on the millings, but turning radius as well, maybe a little sharper on this. You could see when I was full lock, it really had a pretty good sweep to it. I think the display on this model is really cool as well. Big, easy to read. I could see how fast I was going, a lot easier. That one you could still tell how fast you're going, but you don't have to look for it on this one. It was right there. So big improvement on the display, big improvement on comfort. I like the solid racks. The price hasn't increased any, which is huge. Customers are going to get a much better value for no more money. And then next what we'll do is we're going to give you guys under the seat looks and all around these vehicles, so keep watching. Turn the headlight on. So there's the new LEDs in the front. If we turn this key on, turn the headlights on here, there's the old halogen bulbs, right? So at night that's going to make a big difference in lighting. It's got the newer style key. This is what the 600s and 800s had for keys for a couple years now, so updated key there. One of the really cool differences on this new 500 is this front grille piece, and I've already loosened it to take it out. What's nice about this is you can pop this out and you can wash this so much easier. We've had a lot of customers, you know, going to those big ride parks and they'll splash mud up in there, it bakes in, splash more mud up in there and it bakes in, and it packs in between those radiator fins, and overheating can be an issue. But we're really excited about this. This should help every customer be able to get in there nicely. And like I said, it's an easy, you set it in the bottom and you push it up in. It's just got the push pins on the top. We're on the older body style. You had to work your way through this plastic. There's no easy way to get in there. This upper piece, even if you took this off, it doesn't show a lot. So it's nice. And on the sides, you couldn't really get in there either, even with like a side wand to try to clean that out. So a lot harder to clean on the older body style. Where the new one, that's going to make a huge difference. You'll also see on the new model the all new arched A-arms, and if I get down low you'll see the ground clearance difference. So there's the new style, and then here's our old style A-arms that come directly across. So from the bottom of the ball joint to where it pivots, it's a straight line. Where on the new style you get this much more ground clearance in these machines. You'll notice the tires have been totally updated. It looks a lot like a Maxima Bighorn. And here's the old tread pattern. Nothing wrong with it. It's been a great tire. It's held up really well for customers. One of the biggest differences as far as driving this vehicle is going to be your handbrake. So it's always been on the right hand side, which I enjoy because I am a dirt biker. I love having the handbrake where it should be. And if you jump over here to the new body style, they've gone like how the way Polaris is. We were a Polaris dealer for a long time, and this is how the Polaris handbrake would be on the left hand side. You get all new controls, and these match the 600s. 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and then 4-wheel diff lock. So all new control on the right hand side, and same with the left hand side. Our winch is now down here a little bit lower, our start button, and our lights. And this is the override for the 4-wheel drive diff lock. If you look at the older model, we have our 4-wheel drive. It's got the older flip style and the throttle on the bottom, and again handbrake on this side. The winch in and out was here. Lights, start, kill switch, horn. So they got rid of the horn as well. There's no more horn. We've got an all new display for this year, and I apologize if it's hard to see outside. We got our fuel gauge on this side, our odometer, we're in park, 2-wheel drive, our temp gauge on this side, RPMs on the bottom, miles on the side. And we'll look at the old style here. The old CForce model would be fuel gauge on the left, temp gauge on the right, miles on the bottom, miles per hour. So I would say the new display is 3 times bigger than this display, which is really nice to see, and it's up a little bit higher, so better visibility for the driver. Next, we'll look under the seat, and as you can tell, it's a much cleaner design, much better layout. Battery is very easy to get to. You have 2 bolts that hold the seat bracket, comes off easy, and you got your battery right there underneath of it. And the air box is extremely easy to get to. We got our clips that you turn out of the way, pull the air box lid right off, and we'll show you on the other model. This is the older 500cc model. Airbox is still easy to get to, but you have a lot more wires to work around. This is You almost had to undo the battery cables to get enough flexibility out of these to check the airbox. But the battery was super easy to get to, so CFMoto was doing a great job with their battery placement. Our 12 volt in USB now match the newer 600s as well. They've got the newer style caps over the top to really protect the water from getting inside. And if we look at the older style 500, we've got the older USB and the 12 volt. The shifter on the new 500 is a much nicer, easier to feel. You have the same shift pattern. You have low, high, neutral, reverse, and park, but there is no more key lock for the 500s. And we'll look at the old style. This is the old style 500, more of a round shift knob. And same again, we have low, high, neutral, reverse, and park. But this model does have the shift lock in there. So you can lock this vehicle in park so nobody can push it into neutral and push it off your trailer. Here's an overall look at the rear of the vehicle. You can see the rear taillights really match the new 600 body style as well. Here's a look at the rear of the older 500. We've got one center taillight. And if we look down through, it's got the independent rear suspension, so it's been a great machine. But you can see the whole back of the vehicle has a different look to it.